Texas Governor Greg Abbott says the Biden administration has abandoned Texas.
The Biden administration has completely abandoned those ranchers. The Biden administration has completely abandoned all the people who live on the border, and they have abandoned people in the state of Texas. And Maria, these are counties and these are people who traditionally have voted Democrat that the Biden administration is ignoring, and he's putting them in danger. And you heard that rancher talk about the need to carry a gun. Remember, Biden said there was no need for anybody ever to have a gun of more than 6 bullets or 6 rounds, whatever the case may be. These are people who need the firepower to be able to deal with the cartels who may be coming across the border.
Here to react to all of that is Jamar Brown, the co-executive director of the Texas Democratic Party, and James Dickey, the former Texas GOP chairman. James, you heard what the governor said. Is he right to say the Biden administration has abandoned Texas?
Well, absolutely. When the Biden administration put out the word that illegal immigration was welcome, that there was no problem, that there was going to be no enforcement, that not only would they stop sanctuary in place, they would bring in people applying, that everybody knew that it was open season on crossing the border. And we've all seen it. We've all seen the video of folks by the thousands. And sadly, we've heard too many stories of people who can no longer safely be on their grounds because once people realize one law is being enforced, others are not. We're seeing it here in Austin, and they're seeing it even more on the border.
All righty. Jamar, what do you think of what the governor just said?
Well, I think it's fundamentally untrue when we say that President Biden said that there was no enforcement. One of the things that the governor said is that the President Biden abandoned ranchers. What we've actually seen is Donald Trump and Greg Abbott and Texas Republican abandoned those folks, be able to take their land and use them for a pet project such as a wall, which is not a solution to the immigration reform that we need in this country. And so I think that that's what we have to talk about, how they have actually taken people's land that they've worked very hard for this project to continue to stoke fear in communities across the state.
James, what does the Biden administration need to do to help Texans?
Well, what we've seen is very clearly when the Biden administration came in and they put in executive orders that reversed all of the policies that had successfully been dropping the amount of human trafficking and sex trafficking and drug trafficking that was coming across the border. It had been dropping dramatically, and within 2 months, as a result, a direct result of executive orders from the Biden administration, traffic tripled, and now traffic is up 600% to 20-plus year highs. That's not coincidence, and that's not a long-lived thing, and that's not some systemic immigration reform needed. That's just the government needs to just go back to what was working a year ago.
All right, well, let's talk about that with Jamar. What do you think the Biden administration should do? I mean, we're all seeing the numbers and the pictures of the crossings. What's your prescription for the Biden administration?
Sure. And one of the things I think that's very important is obviously making sure that we are respecting the dignity of any human. Number two is I think that it's important for us to make sure that we are working toward comprehensive immigration reform. And we cannot work toward comprehensive immigration reform when we are continuing this cycle that we've seen in Texas by Texas Republicans of stoking fear, of stoking numbers, and those sorts of things. And so there's real work, yes, to be done. And there's real work that the Biden administration is doing to be able to do that, working with the Homeland Security Secretary, working with various agencies to make sure that we are having enforcement where necessary, but that we're also treating people who seek asylum here as human beings.
You know, James, what can Republicans do to somehow work with Democrats to get something done?
Well, the first thing we need to do is recognize that it is not loving or caring to subject people to the cartels and to sex trafficking and human trafficking. And that's what the Biden administration is doing by the tens of thousands. There's nothing loving and considerate about that. And unfortunately, we have a scenario where the Democrats mess things up and have government on purpose mess things up so that they can make a better case for the solution they wanted to offer all along, which it never has been a solution.
Okay.
And so what can we do? We can beat them at the polls in 22.
Well, we're not going to get this solved today, and we are out of time. Jamar and James, thank you both very much for talking with us today.
Thank you.
You bet.